Right, I just have to click live on that screen as well. It doesn't look like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. Right, there we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sarah.
Hi everyone.
I need eyes that go in different directions for this job, or someone else to press buttons. Brilliant, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me. So we should be streaming into Facebook, onto my personal page, and onto my Pup Talk page. Also, it'll be going live into YouTube. It seems to be working on the other ones that we've done. And also Instagram, it pops up there briefly. And then when we're finished, it disappears into the ether. So hello to everybody, wherever you are watching. If you're on Facebook, if you type comments, I think we'll see them live. So do say hello if you are joining us, well, maybe eating your tea or something like that. So I wanted to have a little bit of a chat with some of our speakers from Pup Fest ahead of the festival, which starts on Friday. So Sarah, thank you very much for joining me.
My pleasure.
So let's start off. Just tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay. So yeah, I'm Sarah. I'm the multi-dog maven. I specialise in multi-dog households, all the little intricacies that come with that and all the challenges that come with that. I've been through most of them myself. I also work with reactive dogs, so, you know, I'm in good company, and puppies. They're kind of my three specialities, but I currently have a pack of 3. They are 3 generations of miniature long-haired dachshunds. But I've had kind of a mix over the years. I've had gun dogs, I've had bull breeds, I've had all sorts really. And, you know, people laugh at me because they see me so much nowadays with just Daxies, or ferrets as I call them. But I am a big dog person at heart. And yeah, I'm fostering a little Labrador puppy at the minute. She's asleep, so hopefully she'll stay that way.
My money's on Bodhi making more noise.
But, well, you know, we'll see. If she starts creating it, I'll bring her on camera. She is a bit of a poser. But, yeah, she should be going to her more permanent foster in the next few days. So, but it's been nice to have, although she's still small, it's been nice to have a big dog puppy around again. But, yeah, I'm hoping, I'm kind of like that at the minute, whether my next dog is going to be a flat coat retriever, which my last flatty was my heart dog, or whether I go down the Rotty route. So yes, we'll see.
I do know I have one of each of those as clients at the moment, face-to-face clients. The flatty is just adorable, a year old,
a handful,
a real handful, but adorable. Like, I could see why they, you know, people that they have one, like this couple of their serial flatties, like they're in. Yeah. But then I also work with a rehome Rotty customer at the moment as well, and beautiful dog, absolutely beautiful. Gosh, that's a tough choice.
Yeah, they are very different. But I've had my first big dog of my own, obviously, after leaving home and all of that kind of thing. She was a Rotty mix. And really what I really wanted was her mum, who was the Rotty. And she was just an absolute gem. So, you know, I'm not totally inexperienced when it comes to Rotties. But yeah, I don't know. At the minute, it's not, you know, I'm not in I don't have the lifestyle for a big dog puppy long term to then create into what I want, or at least for it to take me on a journey, because, you know, it doesn't always work out as planned. But yeah, I mean, for now, the Daxies are great, but they are, you know, it's going to sound corny, but they are, you know, big dogs in little bodies. And I do dog sports with them and kind of make a bit of a thing of, you know, Daxies can when people think they can't. So
I love that. And I also like ferrets, actually. I'm also a fan of ferrets, real ferrets.
Me too. I hate the smell, but I absolutely adore them. Yeah, and they like Daxies just run like ferrets, so that's why they get called the ferrets. Even my Furbo dog camera, when you go on it, it says the ferrets.
I love that. That's brilliant. So how did you get into working with dogs in the first place?
Okay, so I started out in
you
engineering.
Need to tell us what you want to tell us.
No, it's fine. It's I started out in engineering, and I was the first female prosthetic technician. So I used to make artificial limbs, and did my foundation apprenticeship, advanced modern apprenticeship, doing that, and absolutely loved it. But through kind of childhood trauma and things like that, I ended up off work for 6 months with depression. And during that time, I mean, I was kind of creating my own little tiny zoo at home anyway by this point. And when I was off with depression, I was being proactive. I was volunteering at Manchester Dogs Home. I was based in Manchester at that point, and I kind of lived all over the place. But kind of volunteering at the dogs home, walking some of the dogs. I ended up bringing one home, just for the day. Failed foster chocolate Doberman. Rolo, he's a whole other story. He took me on a reactive journey, and when I was helping out at pet shops as well, and when I went back to work, although I enjoyed it, I had to go back before I was ready. But it was a case of, we can't afford to keep paying you for not being here, which was fair. And I was taking my guys. I had the Rotty mix. I had Ziggy, mini long Daxi, and I think I just lost Rolo, the failed foster, and I just got another Daxi puppy who is like the great grandma to my youngest now. I think might be another generation above that, but and I used to take them all to dog training at a place that I could walk to, and it's like this multi-million-pound centre, and they've got like kennels and vets and hydro and daycare and agility classes, you name it. It was all under one roof, and they kind of said, "We've got a job at the kennels." And I was like, I had my own house to pay for. I was like 19 going on 20 at this point. And it was just like, I don't know what to do. I'd got a really good job. And, by going for the kennels, I was going to be like twice the hours, half the pay. But I kind of approached it in a kind of way of thinking, well, if I never try it, I'll never know. So I did. And it didn't work out. I wasn't there for long. The management was left a lot to be desired, let's say, and I ended up in a call centre for 18 months, which was just rubbish. But I had mouths to feed. I had 26 rabbits, 16 guinea pigs, an aviary, 3 dogs, and which is a lot at 19. So yeah, I was a trainer who
I had a gerbil, I think, at the age of 19. Like I was slight tangent. I was never allowed little furries.
I wasn't at home. That's why I went crazy when I left.
Like we had a dog, and that was great. My sister had a budgie, but then beyond that, like I lived in a flat, and so I had a gerbil like when I was like 18, 19. So it was just one. That's really sad, isn't it? By comparison,
a little bit crazy. But yeah, so I needed help with my Rotty mix. And the trainer that I used to go to classes with at the place that I was working, she'd left, and I kind of managed to get her details somehow. She was working for herself, and I said, I need help. I need help with Bella. Please come and help. So she came over, and she's like, "Oh my God, Sarah, I'm so glad you got in touch. I've got all of these clients, and they all need dog walkers. Do you want to set up as a dog walker?" And yeah, and I was like, yes, definitely. And I'd always wanted to work for myself. I shut down that business only last year, and that was 16 years. And it grew. I moved it, and it grew. And I had like 5 full-time dog walking staff. We did provided grooming. You name it, we did it over the years. And over the years, I kind of did more and more education into going into dog training myself, especially when I moved from that area. And my pack went up to 7 at one point, and you end up with the fights and the different adjustments, and and having to make the hard decisions. And I suppose that's a very short version of how I've got to today. But yeah, there's been lots of ups and downs along the way. But I do find that a lot of my clients, they're always like, "Oh my God, Sarah, you've got so many stories." And I'm like, yeah, because I've been a little bit mental and had way too many dogs over the years, but I'm a bit more sensible nowadays. But I'm there to help everyone else kind of get over those hurdles when they have got dogs, whether it's too many or not. Just when you have more than one dog, it's more challenging than having one dog. It's fact.
Yeah. And you very generously share quite a lot more of that on the session. Sorry, that's Bodie's barking in the background. I think he wants to go out and eat grass. He did this about 10 minutes before we went on camera. So I think Bodie is wanting to go and eat grass. But anyway, we're not going to be here for too long. So hopefully he'll be all right. Oh no, that's definitely his insistent. I would like to go out.
Oh, bless him.
your session is on day 3, which
Yes.
is Sunday. Give us a little teaser as to what your session's about.
So it's lots of little bits, actually. It touches on lots. But I think the most kind of useful things will be people who've got multiple dogs and who have got a dog who is aging, and then when they start to see the dynamics change within the pack or the group, whatever you want to call it. And also, if you are adding to your pack or planning to, it will help you with that, because we kind of go over some kind of characters and the dynamics of how things can work and how you can predict when things may clash, but also trying to match yourself to the next dog and think about everything else. So yeah, I won't go into too much detail. I don't want to spoil it all, but I think they're probably the most useful. And also spotting what we call kind of the ringleader, if you've got like a reactive household, if everyone's just all a bit crazy and barky.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm muting myself because there's just a little bit of barking at my end. I don't
mind if I can chat for England. If you want to go and sort him, I can chat to everyone. I don't mind.
Oh, I am going to have to go and sort him out. What I would like you to do is terrible. Hi, come on a live with me, and I'm going to disappear.
And I'm going to bug off. Yeah.
What I'd like to do is just to talk about your book that is in the sharing competition. I'll talk about the sharing competition when I come back, but just talk a little bit about your book while I go and help him.
I could do that. Go rescue him. So in the sharing competition, I've offered a copy of one of my books, which is called Another Pup. And this is when I added Ripple, which is now my second youngest, into my pack. And I already had 5 adult dogs. So it kind of takes you through step by step exactly how I did it without her picking up on all the bad habits, because no dog's perfect and I'm definitely not perfect. Despite being a professional, we all make mistakes. And we're just not perfect. So how I introduced Ripple and protected her from the bad stuff and encouraged and used the other dog's qualities to bring out the best in her, but kind of making that dynamic work and ensuring that everyone still kind of got what they needed, which is hard the bigger that your pack grows. And also kind of different tips for anyone else going through a similar thing, whether they're just going from 1 dog to 2, or whether it's 5 to 6, or so on and so forth. But there's lots of little stories and tips in there, and lots of little things to look for about looking at these characters and trying to predict things and making sure that you're doing it at the right time and putting enough thought into it. Because you're all going to be part of this. So you're not what I would call normal dog owners. You are investing time into learning more about your dogs. So that sets you well apart from a lot of dog owners. And because of that, you are less likely to go, I'll just go and get another dog, and not put a lot of thought into it. But it just takes it to that next level of things that you may not have considered.
And I think your session, sorry, I had to disappear. Bodhi's now in the garden eating grass, so hopefully he's good for another 10 minutes. So I think your session will go really nicely with the session from Heather Stevens, who talks about functional characters. So, very much about bringing in another dog into the mix, like really thinking about what kind of dog is it. So I think yours, for anybody that wants your session, check out Heather's, and likewise, if you enjoyed Heather's session, watch Sarah's session, because those two work really nicely together.
Brilliant.
So the the book sharing competition. So thank you very much for offering one of those as a prize. So we have 9 of the speakers have books that are in that, and all that you need to do to be in with a chance to win one of those books is just to share the festival. Like, it's completely free for a good number of days for people to be able to watch everything and get involved. All you need to do is share it somewhere. So it might be share it in a Facebook group where you're allowed to share stuff, or on your personal page, like your Facebook page or your Instagram account, or wherever, Twitter, wherever you like to hang out. It might be that you want to send something about Pup Fest to a friend on Messenger or WhatsApp or text or whatever. So there's lots of posts around on social media at the moment that you can share, or you could tag people in. And if you just do a screenshot on your phone, then there's a simple little Google form that you can fill out and just attach the photo to, and that'll put you into the prize draw to win one of the 9 books, including Sarah's, which is really cool.
Exciting.
I'm just about to cough again.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to listening to everyone else, and no matter how experienced you are, dog training or how long you've been in the industry, I find that there's always something new we can pick up. So I'm looking forward to being part of it as well.
Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, you can still sign up for completely free to watch Pup Fest. So you've got the guest list. You just need to get your name down on the guest list. What I'm doing this year to make it really easy for everybody to watch it, I'm not doing scheduled sessions. So if you're not around at 10 o'clock on Friday or 4 o'clock on Sunday for a given session, if you're not around at the time when you want to see your speaker, each day, days 1, 2, and 3, all of the speakers for that day, all of their sessions will be released at the same time. And I'll be sending everyone an email with all the details over the next day or so. So you can basically binge watch day 1 all in one go, and then day 2, and then day 3. And then you've got access to watch everything until the Tuesday night. So you've got up to 5 days to watch everything. So you can either binge, or you can just watch them in and around whatever else that you've got going on in your life. So it's really easy, but you do need to sign up to have access to that. I'm doing a handful of lives like this over the weekend, but the majority of the sessions, they're recorded and they're there ready for people over the weekend. So yeah, people just need to sign up, look for the links for Pup Fest and get your name down. That's all people need to do. Brilliant. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to go before Bodhi starts barking in the garden, because that's not a good look, is it?
I was just saying when you were gone, we're not all perfect. Even we all make mistakes, and the dogs are not perfect either.
No, if the dog needs to chew some grass and be sick tonight, that's what he's going to do. It's not happened for quite a while, so it's not a regular occurrence, but definitely he was doing that thing where he wanted to eat some grass. So I will go and tend to him. Sarah, thank you so much for popping in.
No worries, my pleasure.
Hello to everybody, and it's great for people to get to know a little bit more about you. And we look forward to your session coming out on Sunday.
Fab. I'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.